I tell you what, Roger, you're getting heavy. Here we go. I'll just sit you down here on your favourite chair for the afternoon. Okay, there we go. You're comfortable? Good, good.
Stop messing around like an old woman!
Now, the film that we are going to review
Recut.
is the film. You saying recap just threw me. So the film that we're going to review is this one called The Boy, although it says Le Garçon on copy. But it's obviously The Boy in French. It's a film from earlier this year, 2016. And it was directed by a director called William Brent Bell. Yes. As you're probably aware, there's been an equal number of, by now I think, an equal number of scary doll and scary dummy, no offence, dummy films. But this one intrigued us, didn't it? Because from the trailer, the doll, the boy that's a doll in the film is not really a doll like Chucky, it's just this object. And it's not a dummy. Yeah, we were intrigued by the trailer first of all, and just wondering what the film was, how the film was going to present this mysterious doll. In fact, it's probably very much marketed as a film about a possessed doll. That's what I took from the trailer, didn't you?
Yes, I suppose so.
Yeah. Anyway, the film starts with the main character, played by Lauren Cohan, and she's in the back of this London taxi, and she's on her way, we learn, to this old castle-type mansion out in the country somewhere. Probably, maybe Sussex or something.
The driver is a bit of a pervert.
Yeah, the driver's a bit pervy, isn't he? Because he's sort of looking at her sort of bizarrely from the rearview mirror. But he helps her with the bags, takes them inside, and takes her right up to the door of the house, and informs her that the owners of the house, the Heelshires, or the Heelshears, are out doing some shopping or something, I think. So Lauren goes, well, Greta, that's the name of the character, Greta, she plays. Greta goes into the house and she starts to snoop around.
Takes her shoes off.
Yes, so she takes her shoes off. Now, do we actually know at this point that she is actually a nanny, or not?
I can't remember.
No, I don't think we know exactly what her role is, but maybe we can. I think maybe it's suggested. I think it's suggested that she is a nanny, so she goes upstairs. I think she hears a noise, doesn't she?
Yes, sort of stunting around.
Yes, so she goes upstairs and discovers a boy's bedroom. Actually, on the way she sees a the painting of the family with the boy. So she probably thinks, oh, that's the boy. Yes. And so she finds this bedroom. She goes inside. Lots of old toys in there.
Oh, you would have loved that room, wouldn't you?
I did. Yeah, I did. I loved that room. All those old toys and everything.
She grew up.
And then she's startled.
Oh.
Yeah, she's startled by the appearance of Malcolm.
Oh yes, lovely Malcolm.
Yes, lovely disappearing, reappearing Malcolm. So this is his first introduction into the film, and
one of many.
Yeah, one of many, and his appearance sort of startles her, and what do they do? They start they have a bit of a chat, don't they? Did you think that at that point, when he, as soon as he comes into the room, and because he seems so normal,
Yes.
so sort of nice and normal and ordinary, the sort of like the dread that was building up a little bit at that point sort of just went, and I thought, you know, whatever happens to Greta from now on in this movie, it's not like he's going to be the knight in shining armour or anything like that. I'm sure Greta can take care of herself, but that she has someone there to share the whole experience with. Didn't you think that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, he has. He's just there, you know. So he's kind of like the role of the audience in a way. The audience is there, and then he's there as well. Does that make sense? You know. Anyway, he sort of then he's about to begin. He starts to explain a little bit about the history of the Hillshire family, but then Mrs. Hillshire arrives, and then they hop it to somewhere, Brahms' bedroom, I guess, to meet Mr. Hillshire and Brahms. So yes, they go to Brahms' room. I'm recording this. So there's this scene I like where Mrs. Hillshire is showing Greta, is showing her the ropes, like how to care for Brahms, like for the first time, and it's not a montage, but it sort of plays out that way. You know, she has to. She explains, you know, how to sort of wake him up, you know, get him dressed, and Greta's a bit sort of bemused by it all, but kind of playing along as well, trying to take it seriously, and she sort of fumbles, and it sort of lightens the tone of the film. Just at that moment, I felt, didn't you?
Yes, I suppose so. It was quite amusing.
And during that scene, the way that the mother is sort of fawning over Brahms, her boy, it reminded me of Brahms reminded me of Bud Cort from Harold and Maude.
Crazy.
So yeah, so she goes then after the business with the rats. She goes inside, and the Hillshires announce that Brahms has chosen her, so she has the job. She's then sort of immediately on the phone to Sandy. Again, is Sandy explained who she is in relation to Greta?
I think it's a sister or friend.
Yes, I got that too. Yeah, sort of like someone sort of close to her, sort of knows some of Greta's background as well. So yeah, she's on the phone. I'm in this bizarre situation, but then Sandy's like, well, you know, you need the money. Yeah, so it's a doll, blah blah blah. Oh, by the way, Cole, we get the first mention of this guy, Cole, has been round, and
he sounds a real nasty piece of work.
We don't know too much about him right now, but you're right that the word restraining order is mentioned. So from that, yeah, we get from that Greta is kind of escaping from or running away from a bad situation.
Not her fault.
No, it's not her fault at all. But she's sort of, you know, not so much on the run, but it's trying to free herself from this bad situation.
Yeah, right.
So then, yes, so then it's the first day of the job, and it looks like Brahms isn't happy. He's sort of made a bit of a mess in his room, and Mummy Hillshire is sort of complaining, you know, oh, he made this mess. And then just as the Hillshires are leaving, Mr. Hillshire gives Greta kind of there's like a list of rules, but I think he calls it what's the word? schedule.
The schedule.
Yes, schedule. So it gives her the schedule. Looks like a list of rules. Could we read everything on there? I don't think you couldn't really sort of see everything. Maybe you could if you paused it. And then they go. Oh no, Mrs. Hillshire, before she leaves, she kind of whispers, sort of quite loudly, in Greta's ear, like, "I'm so sorry." So they go, and Greta has no intention of being a nanny to Brahms. Well, he's a doll, so she kind of tosses him on a chair, doesn't she? And puts a blanket over his head. But I was thinking, imagine she'd missed. She threw. She throws him. He fell on the floor and his head smashed. I mean, without knowing the rest of the film, you would assume, the Hillshires, whatever, come back, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, there was an accident, and your boy has smashed head." Yeah. So, what I'm trying to say is that Brahms is like a one-off kind of specially made doll. It's not like a Cabbage Patch Kids that you could probably find a replacement, So,
Doll Repair 101.
That Doll Repair 101. That's right. Then we have the first. No, I'm about to say she has a dream sequence, but so blanket over Brahms. She sits down with a book and has a nap, and then she's kind of awoken, isn't she, by some dripping, no, not dripping noises, crying, and she hears some crying. So then she goes to Brahms, where she left Brahms, and it looks like he's crying. There's like tears coming from his eyes. Quite, you think, what the hell's going on here? And of course, it's something leaking from the roof.
Yes, you ought to get someone in to look at that. Ask Nelken.
Yeah. Well, there's a leak, obviously, or something, or a pipe. But it's quite effective, And she's like, "Oh well, no, it's, you had me fooled," or something. And I felt like after that moment, she softens a little bit, doesn't she, to Brahms, because she softens. Yes, she picks him up and she at least lies him down on the chair or the divan or whatever it is. And
it's too late now. It's the morning.
Yeah, well, she lies him down. I feel like she's softened to him a little bit. What next? Yes, you get the first of the strange phone calls. I don't think anything is said at this point, but oh, she thinks it may be Cole, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I think I forgot to mention that Malcolm is a grocer, isn't he? He's like a grocer man.
Has his own shop.
He has his own shop, as he tells Greta proudly, and he also delivers the wages for Greta.
Yeah, that was odd.
Yeah, it was very strange, wasn't it? But there you are. That's how she's going to get her wages, I suppose. So then Malcolm the grocer sort of imparts a little bit more history about the real Brahms, and explains that there was a fire on the boy's 8th birthday, I think.
It's terrible.
Terrible. But
nearly it's a candle on the birthday cake.
And so there's this fire. The real Brahms dies, and soon after, Malcolm says that soon after the doll Brahms appears, and it's kind of explained, and you kind of understand it in a way. It was kind of like a coping mechanism for losing their boy. The Hillshires bring this doll and care for it as if it was their boy. So you sort of, at least in my head I was thinking, okay, well, I kind of sympathise with them a bit now. It's a bit bizarre, but very tragic circumstances. So it probably did sort of mess them a little bit.
Yes, very sad.
Yes, so Greta then is getting ready for a date with the grocer, Malcolm, and she has a shower, and then she comes out, and all her clothes are gone.
Yeah.
Nothing left. I think it looks like, you know, the drawers are all pulled open, and I think she even says, "All my clothes are gone." And all she's left is she has this towel wrapped around her, and you know, if that would be me, that was it. You know, I mean, I might even take Brahms with me, but I would be out of the house, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd run for the hills.
Run for the hills, but not this Greta. What does she do? She goes up into the attic because she sees the kind of trapdoor up there open. There's a ladder that's descended, and so without really sort of any fear, really, good for her, she goes up there.
She's got doors.
Yeah, and you know, it's sort of like with the flashlight, maybe. Does she have a light? I don't know. And she's like, "Hello." I'm like, "Yeah, hello, love. Get out of there."
Yeah.
Anyway, so what happens then? The trapdoor ladder combo sort of rapidly closes, and she's sort of trapped up there in the attic, a bit like Chevy Chase. And she can see Malcolm coming to pick her up, and well, she's like 3 or 4 stories high, and she's calling out to him, and he can't, for some reason he can't hear her, but I think you probably could in reality. You know, she's making so much noise, and so then she kind of scares herself by something, and she falls down the floor, knocks herself out, until the morning, where she sort of finds this photo album, and she looks through, she sees some pictures of the Hillshires with their son, don't you, the Brahms, the real Brahms. And then the trapdoors, yeah, so the trapdoors open, so she's happy to, you know, she can go down there, and in the daylight she can see her clothes have come back. Everything's there apart from, we later learn, one dress.
Yeah, the coral dress.
Yes.
She doesn't miss it though.
No, she doesn't miss it. Doesn't think about it, and she has Malcolm come over